Alright, hello Periscope. Trying to get situated here. I am driving to a costume contest. I've actually, as long as I've been costuming, have never entered one. So, Hastings today. It is curious. Very curious. So, I've never... in all my years of costuming, I've never done a costume contest. And Hastings is having one today from 4 to 6. It's a Doctor Who themed 2-hour event, and they're going to have a costume contest. I have no idea what the prizes are. I don't even care, really. I just figured I've got the 7th Doctor in my arsenal as far as costumes goes. So, why not? It's been about a year or so since I've had this thing on, so might as well just go ahead and enjoy the evening with some Whovians. And my buddy Rookie, David Rayleigh, is going to be with me. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining in. And I'll try to read as best I can, but I am driving. But, anyhow, I don't see a whole lot of people doing the 7th Doctor. You know, I'm going to take a wild guess that I am potentially going to be the only 7th Doctor at this costume contest. So, and that's fine. A lot of people like to do Matt Smith. A lot of people like to do David Tennant. And now Peter Capaldi. I've had the privilege a couple of times of meeting Sylvester McCoy, who played the 7th Doctor, and I haven't seen all the 7th Doctor episodes from back in the late 80s, but I've seen a few of them. I don't know, I just like him. I like Sylvester McCoy. If you're not overly familiar with him, you probably last saw him as Radagast the Brown in the 3 Hobbit movies. He's the guy, he's the wizard that had the bird poop on his head. So, yeah. Very funny guy. Been able to meet him a couple of times at Dragon Con. Yeah, it's definitely hard to pull off a lot of the older Doctors. But thankfully, all my gray hair, I'm considering myself an older one. Yeah, Capaldi, I can't pull off Tennant or Smith or Capaldi because granted, I don't look like Sylvester McCoy either, but at the same time, his Doctor's outfit was catchy enough, in my opinion, that I wanted to do it. And like I said, excuse me, like I've said, I've met him a couple of times at Dragon Con, and he's been the absolute nicest guy you could ever imagine. Funny. My gosh, he's funny. He told a story a couple of years ago at Dragon Con about his career path was actually taking him to be a priest. And as he became a teenager and was going through school and then got into seminary, I guess is what you call it over there. I know that's what we call it. Some of us call it here. As he was getting into seminary and was trying to become a priest, he decided his hormones just got the best of him, and he didn't want to be confined to a life of not being able to chase the skirts, as he said. Oh, but he had lots of great stories. He's a great storyteller. He's a lot of fun to listen to. So I just kind of became enamored with him. And last year, my friend Bobbert, he got married around Halloween, and he his wedding was a Doctor Who themed wedding. Bobbert makes a great 10th Doctor. He makes a great Tennant. Except Bobbert is completely gray-headed, far more than I am. And he's about 10 years younger than me, which is even funnier. But anyway, Bobbert did a Doctor Who themed wedding, and all the groomsmen, which I was one of, he wanted everybody to do a different doctor. So Capaldi was spoken for, of course, Matt Smith. He was David Tennant, the 10th Doctor. The 4th was taken. His now father-in-law pulled off Peter Davison, and I can't remember if he had the celery in his lapel or not, but everybody had their own thing, and I said, you know, I've had the chance to meet McCoy and watch some of the 7th Doctor episodes, so why not? So I went for that, and really enjoyed it. It's one of the more comfortable costumes I've got. You know, Ghostbusters is pretty comfortable, except when you're wearing the proton pack. That's about 25 or 30 pounds on your back. And then the flight suit's comfy. The boots I normally don't wear. I normally wear black tennis shoes just because I am getting old. And yeah. I'm sorry, I saw a couple of questions pop up, or a couple of statements, and I'm sorry I did not, I couldn't read it. I'm trying to be safe on the road. But I'm not wearing the 7th Doctor's white coat. I'm wearing this brown one that he had for a little while, because quite frankly I couldn't find this. Oh, I missed your question, man. I couldn't find a good white coat that kind of fit. So I found a brown one at a thrift store here in town, and it turned out to be absolutely perfect. It fit just perfectly, and it looked the part. So I went ahead and went that direction. I wish the hat was perfect. It's not an exact match. It's close. But I've got the pocket watch that comes off the lapel, and I've got, of course, the scarf, and the shoes. I wish you could see the shoes. I'll post some pictures later on my Facebook page, and I may post one on my Twitter account. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/BP on the air. That's a costuming page I just set up yesterday for a different project. You can go there, and I'll try to post a picture of that later this evening after I get done here. But the shoes I really like. They're wingtips, and are close to a good match. I found them on eBay for about 20 or 30 bucks, brand new. So that was pretty cheap. The sweater was the most expensive thing about the costume. I had to buy it from a vendor in Canada. I couldn't find one in the States that sold it for a decent price, but there's one up in Canada that did. But the sweater is the officially licensed BBC sweater. It's not an exact match to his on the show, but you know what? It's officially licensed, and I didn't have to paint all the question marks on by myself, so I'm not going to complain. So, Abby shot. That's it. That's exactly it. Sorry to take off my glasses to see. Yeah, it was definitely an Abby shot. This vendor up in Canada had a much better price on it than a couple that I found here in the States. I think it was based out of Toronto, I want to say. I'm not sure. But this is the first time I've costumed all year. I was the chief of the Alabama Ghostbusters for 5 years, and around Christmas last year I decided I was going to hang it up. It's a lot of work to run a franchise. Oh, nice. Yeah, Abbey Shot's really good. That'd be a great place to get your coat. Yeah, I decided to hang up being the chief of the Alabama Ghostbusters, to focus more time on my family and to cut down the cost of costuming and going to different events. I've been to one convention this year, one event with the Alabama Ghostbusters. I have not costumed at all at either one. And so with Dragon Con now less than 3 weeks away, I figured I might as well go ahead and try to get back into the spirit. So Hastings is having this costume contest today, and well, you know, might as well, right? Maybe I can win something, because like I said, I highly doubt there's going to be a plethora of 7 Dodgers here. I've got probably about 4 or 5 more minutes before I get there. And probably, I don't know if I'll broadcast during the 2 hours or not. I may just wait and enjoy it. Well, first I'll see what's going on, how many people are there. Well, thanks, man. I hope I do too. I hope I get something. But like I said, I've never done a costume contest before, which is odd in all my years of doing this. But it should be fun. I'm doing it basically to really hang out with Rookie and to just to get a shot at putting on a costume again and getting ready for Dragon Con. Hey, Mike, are you going to Dragon Con this year? Am I going to see you there? I hope you're still on. All right, I'm having to watch the road, so if you're replying, I'm kind of, hey, I trust me, man. I totally sympathize. I have to save up every year for Dragon Con. Dragon Con is extremely expensive, but this time we've got 5 guys staying in our room. So that's going to cut down the cost, and everybody's staying all 5 days, Thursday through Monday. And if anybody types anything, I cannot see it right now. It's just a massive glare. But this will be my 7th year in a row attending Dragon Con. Yeah, that's definitely the higher priority, man. Buying a house is definitely something you got to do. This is going to be my 7th year attending Dragon Con in a row. I absolutely love it. We had Alabama Phoenix Festival for 3 years. I think I said festival. Alabama Phoenix Festival for about 3 years in Birmingham, and absolutely adored it. 2 of my really good friends ran it, and they didn't have it this year. One has moved away, and the other is working out of town now. So